Hey everybody, it's Tarina with Create with Tree. That's me. If you don't see that little red light right there, that means you're on the replay. So just put hashtag replay in the comments. I'm starting just a little bit early so I can share myself out. I am in a team event today, and we're doing the theme spring, and I'm using that spring theme a little lightly. Um, just while I'm sharing this out. If you guys didn't know, I've been sick for a little while. I had my granddaughters here, and um, Oakland. We thought she was just cutting teeth, and she had a little cough and runny nose. She ended up being sick, and she got her little sister and grandma sick. And so, grandma, when grandma gets sick, it goes right to her lungs, and um, I ended up with walking pneumonia. Um, so there's that. Let me just sprinkle this out really quick. Let's see. And if you're here, if you don't mind, please sharing this out to your crafty friends. Let's see. That would be great. We are in the DIY arts and crafts room today. Um, that is our big um, sorry, our big craft group that we've got. If you missed any of today's lives, you can go in there and they are all streamed in there and you can watch all the replays. We start at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm the last crafter of the day, which I'm really glad I am because if I start having a coughing fit or anything, I'm going to have to go. And I'm apologizing in advance if I sound crazy, if I'm wheezing and you can hear it, if I have to take a drink, if I sneeze or have to blow my nose. I'm apologizing in advance. But that's just the way it goes, and I'm trying to show up. And I want to shout out my team, everybody for hello. I am over on YouTube as well. I see those comments on my phone. Thanks so much for being here, guys. If you don't already follow me over on YouTube, make sure you follow me. Hit that subscribe button. Just because it doesn't, the lives over on Facebook, they don't save more than 30 days. My name is Tarina, and my name of my business is Create with Tree. That's me. And thank you, Alethea. My name is Alethea. Um, oh, can you say Olivia? Olivia? Is it like Olivia? Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I normally, when I'm not sick or traveling with my family, I do live several times a week, and I do share lots of different craft projects. Hi, Angie. Hi, Angela. Sorry, words are hard. I just did a breathing treatment right before here. I showed a picture. I was crazy. I'm a little shaky. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hi, Victoria. Oh, my friend. How are you feeling today? Everybody, if you guys are praying and or even good vibe sharing, our sweet Victoria is in the hospital. She's not doing so good. She's had a hard time. She's doing better, and she's going to get better. So I just want to send her all our love. Oh, thank you so much. My son's daughter, or son's, no, my son's girlfriend owns a nail salon. She does my nails. So thank you guys. All right. So, okay. Thank you guys for being here. And again, make sure you hit that subscribe or follow button over on Facebook so that you see when I go live. I'm going to start today again. The theme is spring, and uh, so before the girls, we watched the girls for a week, and I've got two little granddaughters. We have six grandchildren, two girls, 2 and 5 months, 2 years old and 5 months. But before they got here, I started spring cleaning, and we have been purging. We're at that age in our 50s where we want to kind of downsize the junk, and so I've been going through everything and organizing. My craft room is a hot wreck, but we've been spring cleaning. In fact, I even said this on somebody's live earlier. We have a shredding company. We have so much shredding that we have a shredding company coming to our house next Thursday in order to shred all the documents that we have purged. So, but I have vowed that unless it's fabric or material, I'm not buying any surfaces for a while. I did buy a couple t-shirts at Walmart. And if I get through this project, then I will share, we'll do a t-shirt project. But I did this. This is a heat transfer. This is one of our new Disney heat transfers. If you guys didn't know, we just got a licensing agreement with Disney. Super excited about this. We have a lot of people that are have questions about the heat transfers. They're dull, and when you put them on a shirt or fabric, they do brighten up. And so the difference, though, you either need to use sublimation fabric or like this fabric, it needs to be at least 60% polyester. I found this one at 65% polyester, and I tried it out, and it is beautiful. I love it. I showed my daughter-in-laws, and they want to make this same shirt. I think we need to make a little matching bags for my granddaughters as well. So thank you. The other thing too is it's really important to use a hot heat press. I have my big t-shirt heat press, or I have my little Cricut Easy Press. You can't go back and forth on sublimation prints like this. It needs to be 360, hold it, and then lift, and then move it if you use a Cricut Easy Press. Like I said, I have my big heat press, 360 for 60 seconds. You could even add a little extra time to that. And it was perfect. I love it. So make sure you read the directions. This was a project I did yesterday just to see if I could actually do anything. But today's project we're redoing part of the spring cleaning. I want to redo the upstairs bathroom. We're semi-empty nesters, and the boys' bathroom, when they were growing up, it was good. It was fine. Nothing wrong with it. But now that they come back and visit, we're a huge Disney family. Everybody has Disney passes. We live in Southern California, and we're an hour away from Disney. We've had Disney passes since 2001. And even my kids that live out of state have Disney passes. So they come back home, and so we have a playroom that has like outdoor themes, like fun cartoony animals. I have another room that's my son's. We're going to turn that into like a Disney themed room. And then the bathroom up there that used to be the boys' bathroom, I want to turn it into a traditional Minnie and Mickey red, black, and white room. And so I want to use this transfer. This is called Minnie and Mickey. And I love the sketch art. I love that very traditional sketch art. This is one of our traditional transfers. Now I'm going to use some surfaces that I found years ago. You guys, when I tell you I've gone through so much of my stuff, I'm not even kidding. And it's still a hot wreck, but a lot of my surfaces are organized. I have bigger surfaces on a shelf out in the garage. So I went this morning and grabbed these surfaces. I got these the dollar section at Target probably 5 years ago. Yeah, maybe even longer than that. Oh yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye guys. Thanks so much. All right. But we're going to change it up a little bit. Okay, so I did start doing what I wanted to with this, because I want the background white. And then one frame is going to be red, but I want it to be our red. So I grabbed our paste, and I got, this is Bite Me and Cherry, because I thought they went really well together. And then I'm gonna redo the other one, and I want a black frame. But I want my surface white. So we're going to start. I'm going to see if I can do this because my hands are really shaky. I don't know if you've ever had a breathing treatment, you guys, but I'm telling you that it's it's the kind that has the albuterol in it, plus it has a steroid in it, and I'm just so shaky. So hopefully I'll be able to do this. All right. So I've got white chalk paste, and then I'm just going to square. I want to thin it out a little bit. So sorry. And then we're just going to use, and I'm using paste. You can use to paint surfaces and stuff like that. You can use acrylic paint. Use whatever you got. That's my philosophy. Now I did do three layers on this, and then I did wax it before putting the tape down because I didn't want it to pull the paste up. Okay, so we're going to start here. We're just going to do um, a rough layer of this white paint paste. Again, I'm doing just chalk paint paste. Sorry, you guys, words are hard. My brain is a little wonky. While the girls were here, my granddaughter Oakland wanted to every day make a lemonade. If you guys don't know this, my daughter-in-law Kayla and I started a lemonade stand local to us. We're actually being interviewed this week by a local social media group about our business, and we're going to tell our story. We had something written up in the local online newspaper about us, and it's kind of exciting. We've been in business for almost 10 months. Our year anniversary is coming up, but it just kind of started after doing my son's birthday party, his 30th birthday. We did our fun lemonades and dirty sodas, and she's like, "Hey, maybe we should do this. It's something fun to do." So, besides doing Chocateur, I do that with her. It's a lot of fun. Oh, and I am so sick. Yeah, the treatment is terrible. Yeah. Hi, Mel. No, Ange, I am so sick. There's no getting around it. Sorry, and I don't want to start coughing. Anyway, so Oakland, we did a couple of craft projects, but she got up every day and wanted to make a lemonade. And so I felt bad because I wanted to share some art projects with you guys, but she was more interested in doing lemonades. So if you follow me personally, you can go over and see my granddaughter Oakland and see the lemonades that we made. I have more videos to post. I probably have 5 more videos of her. Let me just try this really quick. I got a new heat tool, by the way. This, I love it. It has a low and a high. I really like it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Victoria. She is a doll. And it's funny, the first one that she did, she was all shy and reserved. And then by the end, she was like taking over and she was yelling and like yelling at her name. And everybody's like, "How old is she?" And I'm like, "She's 2." And they're like, "There's no way she's 2." And I'm like, "Yeah, she's 2." She has a full vocabulary, like she is 5 or 6. And she has total understanding. So I did put this as a little thick. I haven't used it in a while. This is cherry. And I did, like I said, I used some tape and I taped this down so that I can get on the inside. I want the entire frame cherry. We're going to start on the outside. Again, if you don't have this frame, I can't even give you a link to it because it's so old. I got it. I can't even remember what season I got it at Target in the dollar spot. Anytime we're in the dollar spot, I'm always looking for stuff. I'm going to try not doing that for a while just to use up what I've got as part of my spring cleaning. And that's, again, my theme for my project is spring cleaning. Where's my lid? There it is. And then going through and using the items that I have gone through, and you go the best intentions, right? It's always the best intentions. You think you're going to use it right away and then you don't. And so even like I've done that with t-shirts. I had like extra t-shirts. I thought I was going to come home right away and make a project, and I didn't. And even when I was going through my stuff, I found so many t-shirts that I had not used. But I did specifically buy some t-shirts to do some heat transfers because, again, remember the heat transfers need to be at least 60%, if not more, polyester. And I found these t-shirts super soft. I love them. They're moisture wicking. Moisture wicking. Sorry, I need to take a drink, you guys. Oh yeah. um, I didn't like the one Kurt got me. I didn't like it, and so I gave that back to him. He revived my old one, and then I found this one and I tried it. I tried two, and I kept this one. I have a storefront on Amazon that has all my favorite craft supplies that I use. If it's not Chocateur, if you want that, just put storefront in the comments, and I can get that to you. It almost matches. The cherry almost matches the color that it was, which is kind of nice. I don't know if you heard what I said. On my iPad, it kind of looks orange, but it really is cherry. But the front color, I didn't paint that. Excuse me, I didn't paint that. That is that is the color that it came. But I want it cherry just because that's the colors that I'm going for in our bathroom upstairs. Thank you. It's the wheezing that kills me, and the cough, just lasts forever. Yeah, it's the germ bugs. Those I love my grandchildren, and I just having asthma. I don't know if you guys suffer from asthma, but I've had it my whole life, I think. And my poor little granddaughter. So I was doing my nebulizer treatment, and I sent a picture because Oki also has breathing problems when she gets sick. And so when she was here, we ended up doing nebulizer treatments. But my nebulizer's blue, and so I sent her a picture, and I said, even Grammy has to do a nebulizer treatment, just like Oki. And she goes, "Oh, but Grandma's is blue." I think I need to bling out her nebulizer and make it pink. So really fast, I'm gonna just do another coat of the white, just so you guys get a. There's Kurt, my poor husband. He was staying off, and he was being he was staying off this cold, and he started feeling not well yesterday. He's been taking care of me, and he was doing such a good job. And yesterday he started feeling the ick. And I'm like, oh no, I felt so bad. So, when you get in your 50s and you get around germs, that's what happens. And it's okay that if you get any white, like if I'm getting white on the edge, it's okay because I'm going to paint over that. I'm just really wanting to get 3 coats on this. And because I'm the last person, if I can make it to the end, I'll try to keep on and finish this project at least. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's also worth noting that when you're using chalk paste as your paint, and you're especially since you're using it as a surface like me, you want to make sure, and you're doing multiple layers, you want to make sure that each layer before is dry. Now, I do have like a little wet cloth. I'm kind of sticking my paintbrush in because I'm not using it right away. I don't want that chalk paste to dry, and I am putting my lid on. Sorry. I'm going to grab this back out and let that dry for a minute. Okay. Sorry, you guys. So is anybody else doing any spring cleaning? I mean, we just had the taxes done, right? And so, fun fact, I was putting our tax stuff together, and again, Kurt and I have been really trying to do a lot in the garage. And when my dad died really young. My dad died in his 50s, and my mom died during COVID. And we didn't have a lot of time to go through her stuff, and we just put stuff in boxes. And I literally, when we got everything back to the house, I just stuck it on shelves. And when we moved into this house, we put shelving up in the garage. I mean, we've been in this house for 13 years, you guys. But when we bought the house, we were like, oh, we'll organize the garage someday. And then, someday turns into 13 years later. And the one thing that's really important for me and Kurt is that we do not leave what our parents left to go through. My dad obviously didn't know he was going to die. He died, suddenly at 52. And we had to go through all of this stuff. My mom, she died, and my sister and I had to go through all of her house. She had nothing organized, and it was a nightmare. And so I swore to my kids I would not do that. So I took it upon myself to start organizing the garage. I did not realize that when we moved here, we had also moved probably 20 plus years worth of boxes of receipts that I had organized, and Kurt just stuck them up on the shelf, on the top shelf in the back. And I'm like, there's boxes in there from early 2000 and tax stuff. And I'm just like, what in the world? And I think it was just, we had saved them in case, we had businesses, and we didn't want to throw them away yet. And then again, 13 years later, here we are. And like I said, we have so much paperwork that we're getting rid of. We hired a shredding company to come out Thursday to shred 20 plus years worth of stuff. It's so funny. Okay, we'll dry this real fast. I can feel the nebulizer treatment kicking in. It's not too wheezy, so I'm getting there. It takes a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to do the outside. I just have a piece of cardboard down on my table to protect my table. Okay, I'll try to see. Yeah, I remember having a basement, and things just kind of like pile up, right? You don't think that, oh, I'll get to it someday, but then you get busy, and you have kids, and now I have great. I thought, okay, after the kids are grown, I'll have time. I am more busy because I'll tell you, when my kids were mine, I mean, they're mine, but when they were on my schedule, and I controlled the schedule, it was so much easier. Now I've got 4 grown adults, 3 of them have children, and 2 live out of state. All of my grandchildren live out of state. My kids come here and, I want to see them. And so we take time off, or we have a new grandbaby, or somebody has a birthday, or, et cetera, et cetera. And, or, Kurt and I go on a trip, or, trying to enjoy our empty nesterish stuff, kind of empty nesterish stuff. And, and then, 13 years later, here we are. And I mean, I'm not complaining. I love my life, but I am so busy. So let me just try this really quick. I don't want to get red. I've got red right there. I can see it. Okay. Oh, this is the hardest part of watching crafting live is watching paint dry. Okay, I'm just going to do another. You can see me shaking. I'm going to do another another coat on the top here, and on that inside lip. Again, if you guys are watching and you don't normally follow me or subscribe to me, make sure you do so. If you're on YouTube, go follow over there, subscribe over there. All my lives are over there, or my videos are over there, and they stay over there. Whereas Facebook will erase them. I am on all sorts of social media. If you follow, I am on all of the channels. So wherever you're at, you could find me. Sorry. Something on that. Okay. But watching paint dry is the worst, and I'm so sorry. So if you're watching on the replay, just fast forward. Okay, I'm going to swap this out and do the white on this other one real quick. Now that's not dry, so we're going to dry that real fast. Can you guys, I hope you guys, I mean, I'm looking on this one, I can see. Oh yeah, and our friend Kathy, she was in a horrible car accident. I know, and it's hard, when we're so used to being busy and doing things, it's hard. Like I did a bunch of stuff yesterday because I had a burst of energy, and I feel like I'm suffering today. Like I'm a little worse today than I was yesterday. Kind of like back to where I was. Like so, I take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Um, Yes, I agree 100%. In fact, we even made like grab and go boxes, and I made grab and go books for the kids because I had no idea where my mom's paperwork was. Everything was all over the place. I've reorganized all of digital files, making all the kids hard drives. I mean, it's taken me a month to do it. I'm still not done. My craft room is the last room I'll get to, but I basically will get stuff out of the garage, kind of organize it. If it goes in here, I put it in here. And then if I organize that like little area of my craft room, and then I leave my craft room and go to finish what I was doing. So let me finish this real quick. Okay, let me put another coat of white on this. Also, if you guys go to Walmart and want this shirt that I'm wearing, it is actually a men's shirt. Let me tell you the brand. I bought this one for me and this one for me. I wear between a medium and a large in women's. It's a George brand, but it's a little because it's made for men, and I have a curvy figure, and so I'm a little wider in the hips. So I ended up getting a large, so you can see it's roomy, but I wanted I want it to be kind of like in the hips. I wanted it to be a little not as tight. And Kurt's normally like a firm large, but we got him an extra large just because it seems to be a little tighter. Does that make sense? Now on this third coat, I'm going up and down. I'm going one direction so that I don't have wonky brush marks. But this shirt is 65% polyester, and it's moisture wicking. And so when you do heat transfers like this one, you definitely want at least 60% or more polyester. I don't love wearing full polyester. I have, and I do, but I don't love it. I like blend better, and I think they're softer. And so, like I said, I think this shirt was like $7. And they had some really good colors, and it is a men's t-shirt. And it does run a little small. If you guys are watching over on my page, make sure you follow our DIY Arts and Crafts room because all of the gals that did projects today are we shared over in the DIY Arts and Crafts room. Oh my gosh, I got a little bit of red. How did I do that? I'll have to put some spray stain remover on that when I get done. All right, I'm gonna kind of dry this a little bit. Again, if you're watching this and you don't see that live, just just fast forward. Hi, Michelle, how are you? I think I'm kind of getting warm, so I'm gonna put my hair up in a clip real fast. Sorry, you guys. You know, I don't think I'm running a fever, but I feel like I feel a little warm. Hi, Nathan. How are you, friend? How's Missouri? I love Missouri. My son used to live there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let this dry and then we'll come back to that. And if you guys didn't know this, we're huge, huge, huge Disney fans. I said this earlier in the live. We have had Disney passes for 25 years now. And my kids have all had passes since they were little kids. We moved back to California in 2001. And we bought passes back then. Of course, they weren't as expensive as they are now. But my kids all love Disney, or, it just brings our family together. And, having passes was nice because back in the day, again, they were like $300 a person. But, in the summertime, it gave us somewhere to go. When we lived in Orange County, which is close to Disneyland, we lived like 20 minutes away from Disneyland. And we would spend at least one day a week. Oh God. Handy dandy tweezers. Um, um, we would go one day a week in the summertime to Disneyland and just go around the park. And now when the kids come, they have their passes. And so we'll go when they're here. This blue tape likes to stick. There. I can't get up under it. There we go. Come on. You got this. Come on. I'm trying not to scratch the white. Oh, there we go. You might have to go back and touch up a few places, and that's okay. But it was exciting when Chalk came out with, or they were talking to Disney about licensing the Disney line. And they actually talked to me about some ideas. I did not design this. I did not design any of the artwork. I'm not taking credit for that. But I was, what did the CEO muse? I was the muse for all of the Disney. I had no idea what it was going to look like, but it was really cool because I got to give some input. And so I've been so sad that I was with the girls. I wanted to do a couple things with Oki while she's here because huge Disney fan, huge. That child, my son and his wife have, created their own Disney. Well, and her other grandma owns Little Adventures. If you have any little grandchildren that love Disney, check them out. Little Adventures. They make dress up clothes for kids, and um, so she's got every princess outfit known to man. Okay, so that little area of the red was not dry, and that's exactly what happened. It like bled a little bit. So let me just fix this. Sorry. Again, if you're not watching live, just fast forward. Hi, Diana. So it was killing me not to use these when I got this in. Also, you guys, we got the new Winnie the Pooh, and we have a new collab, a new Disney collab coming on Tuesday. It's announced on Monday. So if you had in the comments, if you had any Disney to choose from, any characters to choose from, who or what would it be? I personally would say Tinkerbell, but you know, I know that Tink is popular, but maybe princesses. So let me know who you think Chalk is collabing with. It's another Disney line on we'll find out Monday. Thank you, Michelle. I hope everybody else is doing good. Let me try this. Okay, that was probably worse than it needed to be. I didn't need that pink Tinkerbell and Friends. I so I know it's not going to be Star Wars. I don't because Lucasfilms is his own licensing through Disney. Sorry, you guys. Um, so I know it's not going to be Star Wars. We could hope for so much. We're big Star Wars. We're big Harry Potter. Big, huge Disney people. I'm a huge Tinkerbell fan. You can ask Oakland, what's Grandma's favorite flower? Daisy. And which is her favorite Disney character? And she'll say Tinkerbell. She knows. Hers is Ariel, and I actually made her a pair of Ariel ears. And then Kyle, my little grandson, who's 2 as well, I am going to make him some Mickey ears because he loves Mickey Mouse. So. Oh, Brenda, I love Toy Story. I love Toy Story. I would love princesses. Mel, I would love princesses. Hi, I've got somebody just being a person. Hi, from our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. And again, just a reminder, if you guys are over on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching me on Facebook, make sure you just hit that follow button. All right, I'm gonna do the. This is just our surface wax, and I'm just gonna put the wax on. We are live, and so I'll probably shorten this and put a reel out or a shortened video. Um, but if you're watching this on the replay, just fast forward because watching watching paint dry and all the prep is the hard part. I have a couple more places that the red kind of bled through, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll come back after I'm all done, and I will touch those up. All right. So this one is going to be my Minnie Mouse. So this is Minnie Mouse and Mickey. Sorry, it's Mickey and Minnie. We do have the licensing agreement with Disney, and we're super excited. We have the Mickey and Friends that's already released, and then we just had Winnie the Pooh and Friends, which it's actually Winnie the Pooh's 100th anniversary. And I love Winnie the Pooh. It doesn't matter. Disney, we just love Disney. This is my fuzz cloth to destickify just a little bit. I'm going to cut up here in the middle. I'm not cutting my backer sheet. I'm actually just cutting the transfer itself, leaving a little bit of space so that I don't get any bleed. Okay. So when transfers are new, you want to just fuzz them once. It just destickifies them just a little bit. Oh, see, I love Winnie the Pooh. I think it's so. Thank you so much. I love Winnie, and like I said, we're redoing one of the bedrooms upstairs, all Disney, and I have some pictures that I've taken and had enlarged, and then I have those framed, and then I also in the playroom want to add some of those Winnie the Pooh ones. I think it'll really go with that, like the foresty theme that I've got going on in there. All right, so I'm just going to do this really fast again. I put down the wax, and you just want to make sure that you kind of buff it to make sure it's not sticky and you didn't go too thick. Okay, you want it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Okay, so then we're going to take our transfer. Let me stand up for this. And I'm just going to kind of center our cute little Minnie. I love Minnie. And my whole obsession with Disney comes natural. My dad was a big Disney fan. My aunt, who is in her 70s, she is a big Mickey Mouse fan. Huge. I want to make her a couple T-shirts and send them to her. She decorates with Disney, and she lives in Texas, but she's obviously from California, where we're from. And I'm telling you, we are huge Disney fans. When I was younger, we would go to Disney once a year as a big family. My grandparents worked for a big corporation that had, like, they rented out Disneyland, the whole place, just themselves. And I don't know if they do that anymore, but it was so cool. It was always in May, and we would go all day. And then, sometimes my mom would just get this little itch and say, you know what? Let's get everything together and let's go to Disneyland. And we lived probably 45 minutes away from Disneyland growing up. All right, this is the peel and reveal. Okay, just peel that up. You guys, is that not the cutest? Oh my gosh. Facebook is so weird. I don't understand Facebook why they do that. That looks like I bought that. Like it looks like I went to the store and bought this, and I made it myself. I will put this in the sink when I am done and wash that up. Let me dry this real fast. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of red, like I said before, but I can't just do red. I have to do sparkly red. This is Bite Me, but we have other reds, and I thought this matched our that cherry color really well. But I love me some sparkly anything. So I'm just going to kind of go in here. I want to kind of water this down a little bit. I still want that watercolor sketch look with a little sparkle. So I'm just going to come in here with my paintbrush, and I'm just going to come in here and paint in her bow. Now, if I lose any of the definition, I can put the transfer back over when I'm done and get that definition back. Just do the black over again and get that definition back. Okay. When all is said and done, I will be sealing this because it is going into a bathroom that people take showers in, and it does get steamy. So I will put some a sealer on it to protect it. So cute. She's so cute. I love Minnie. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing to her skirt. And her brush. I need new brushes. That's something. That's something I do need. Let's see if this will work. Just to kind of get the nooks and crannies. I haven't decided if I want to do yellow for her shoes yet. Contemplating it because I was really trying to go for just red, black, and white, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel when all is said and done. Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. The Disney sold out so fast, you guys, so fast. A couple of the Winnie the Pooh sold out fast, and but they are restocking. They will restock everything. Um, they don't normally do that, but with Disney, because it was so popular, I warned them. I said, there are a lot of Disney people in the world, and you don't have to live in Florida or in California to be a Disney fan. And they did not believe me. Well, now they do. Oh, this is so cute. Again, if you are not watching over on the DIY Arts and Crafts room, make sure you guys go over there. All my girls over there did such a great job today. I am so glad I did that nebulizer treatment, even though I'm a little shaky. I'm glad I did it because now I'm like, okay, I take a little bit of a deep breath. I was really worried about doing detail work. And I probably will, after I get off with you guys, go back. I'll rinse out the transfer and then place it over again to get the definition in her bow and in her skirt. I just feel like I've lost a little bit of it, and it's okay. You just line the transfer back up, and use the chalk paste again. I love this design. When I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, I love that. We got some heat transfers with it. With the Disney collection. So cute. Mm. It's really cute. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to do her tongue too. Kind of water that down some more though. Just kind of do pink. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I really think I need to do her shoes. Who's in agreement? Give me some hearts. Tell me yellow, yay, nay. Thank you. Thanks, Ange. Um, I really want to do the yellow shoes. It's just like so characteristic of our Minnie Mouse girl. Angie's also a Southern California person, and she used to live, yeah, uh, near Disneyland. Thank you, Regina. Okay, Victoria's also a Southern California friend, and she says yes to the yellow. Okay, so let me grab out my yellow. If you guys have never seen how I store my chalk paste and my inks, here you go. It's in my drawer underneath me. And I've got, let's see what color I've got. I've got to make sure. Marigold, marigold. Let's see. No, sugar hummus is not good. I think that's too orange. That's too yellow. Hmm. I'm thinking marigold, and I'm gonna add. Where's my bumblebee? Oh, you know what I have? Saffron. I think saffron is it. Saffron's a good color. All right, saffron it is. Struggle bus. I think that's too bright. I, mm, hmm, maybe you're right. Struggle bus. What do you guys think? Struggle bus? Yeah. Yellow shoes, red bottoms, like a pair of Louis Vuittons. Um, I have not opened this yet. Okay. This was the color of the. Was this the color of the month? It was the color of the month. You guys, I'm so like tired. I can't even remember my own name. Yes. Okay, I'm going to use a thin brush, and we're just going to get in here. And again, I'm okay if I go over, just because I'm going to go back over with the black, with the transfer in black again to sharpen up those lines. I'm glad you said something. I forgot I hadn't put it in the drawer yet. And Struggle Bus is kind of like the perfect mixture between Bumblebee and Marigold. Eek! So cute. Okay, she's not wearing Louboutins. I am going to water that down just a little bit for the bottoms. It's still I'm so shaky. A little darker on the sides. I'm having to concentrate because my hands are shaky. All right, let's wipe that off. Let's wipe this off. Yeah, Struggle Bus was the right choice. Okay, it's really cool. Love it. And I'm gonna dry this really fast. Okay. What do you think? She's a cutie. All right, and then I will rinse that transfer off and redo that. All right, let's do the other frame. Are you guys okay to stick with me for a little while longer? Like I said, if you I was supposed to go live for an hour, but I want to finish this now that I'm actually breathing a little better, and see if I can make it and finish this. I was gonna tape this off, but I feel like with all the fixing I have to do there, I can almost hand paint that inside with the black better than I did with paint edge. If you don't think you can, just use the painter's tape. So let's try. Let's just try. Let's just try. Okay, so I'm just gonna tilt it on its side, and I'm just gonna paint that inside. I am using a thinner brush, and maybe we only do one coat of black on the inside. But you could do black paint if you don't have black chalk paste, like I'm using. I will need a nap after this. Definite nap. You like long lives. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Some people do, some people don't. I feel like you get to know people a little better. So let's go back. Did everybody give their opinions on what other characters are coming on Tuesday? We'll find out on Monday. But if you didn't guess, put it in the comments. Like I said, I would love princesses. That would be my guess, but I don't know. I have no inside scoop. I don't know. And even if I did, I couldn't tell you. They'd have me drawn and quartered probably. They like their secrets. The Disney company does. Okay. I think this might be easier for me anyway. I've kind of missed a couple spots. It's okay, but less less correction than I actually have to make on the Minnie Mouse one. So just get a thin paintbrush and paint. Again, if you use whatever surface you've got, I believe these were like 6x8 surfaces. So use what you got. I like the Minnie and Mickey or Mickey and Minnie transfer because it's basically like getting two in one. And I showed all my daughter-in-laws all of the Disney designs because we're in the summertime. We're going to Disneyland as a family, all of us, all 16 of us, and we'd done before I knew when Disney was coming out. We got matching T-shirts, and um, we're doing like a not a formal family picture per se because I love having family pictures done. But we're going to do a Disney family picture, which we haven't done since my kids were little. We're getting a photographer out there and to follow us around. If you didn't know that, it doesn't. You don't have to be a pass holder. You can actually you wait by the doors to Frontierland, and there's a little line, and you've got like 15 minutes with a photographer, and they'll take you around to some photography spots, and then they give you the little card. So if you're visiting Disney, you don't have to be the one always taking the pictures, which is always me because I am a photographer. So grandma's not in a lot of pictures. So this time I'm actually going to be in some pictures. Oh, Toy Story would be great, you guys. Yeah, I think so too. Regina, Star Wars is another licensing agreement through, it's not covered under the regular Disney licensing agreement. It is uh, it is Lucasfilms. And so even though Disney owns Lucasfilms, it's its own separate entity. So that's, I mean, maybe down the road, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, you look at how Hogwarts did and with our Warner Brothers and all that, all of those sold really well. Disney is selling amazingly. So I think, down the road, that's something that Chalk could get is Star Wars. My son, he is a big, I mean, my oldest son, huge Harry Potter fan. He's a Slytherin. We all know what houses we are in. And he has a dark mark tattoo on his arm, but he will always wear his Darth Vader shirts. He He's so funny. He's the kindest, sweetest person you can meet. Yet like he aligns with the Slytherin. He aligns with the Empire, right? He loves Darth Vader, and so it's kind of funny. Um, so I know for a fact my kids. I remember seeing Star Wars the first time um, when I was 10. Came out in 1978. And I went to my dad loved movies too. He took my sister Jamie and I to go into a walk-in. Normally we went to drive-ins. We actually went to a walk-in theater, and I just remember being 10 and looking up at this huge screen because we had to sit kind of close to watch Star Wars. I remember it. That was 40 years ago. No, more than that. How old am I? I'm 58. I was 10. Yeah. 48 years ago. I'm like, that could not be right. 40 years ago was not right because I graduated 40 years ago. Okay, that was so much easier to do that with a paintbrush than to go back to. Oh, sorry. Yes, Monsters would. Because they are Pixar. I would love a whole like Pixar line. Would be so great. I'm sorry, you guys. I started with a thin brush, so I'm kind of like I don't want to wash off another brush. So I'm just gonna do the frame here real fast, and then I'll do the Mickey Mouse, and then I'll go back and do the sides after. So you kind of get the gist of it. Has anybody not ever been to Disneyland that's on? I mean, people think, oh, everybody's been to Disneyland. You would be surprised how many people, even though they love Disney, because Disney's more than just their parks. They, uh, they've got all of their clothing. They've got, sorry, I sneeze. They've got all their shows, they've got the channel, all that stuff. So, kids don't have to go to Disneyland to know what Disney is. But is there anybody out there that has never been to Disneyland or Disney World or anything like that? I'm telling you, we're crazy, psycho Disney people. Oh, really? Really? Yeah, at a drive-in, I wasn't impressed. Regina, you're funny. I actually was impressed. I didn't know how much I would like it, and I didn't realize I was going to have all boys who love Star Wars. You've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. Oh my gosh. You've got to come visit me. You have a place to stay, Brenda. If you come out here, bring your husband and you guys come out, and you guys can stay here and we'll go to Disneyland with you. It is fantastic. And I love going with new people when they've never gone before. We've actually been to Disney World, all the parks, except for the water park. And we've been on 5 or 6 Disney cruises. And my kids included have also been on several Disney cruises. I'm telling you, we're Disney people. And 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, Kurt and I went to another Disney park out of the country, and that was Disney Paris. And that was I love Disneyland and I love Disney World, but I have a special place in my heart for Paris. That Disney Paris was amazing. Oh, and then Kathy, let me tell you, it's changed. Disneyland. We added another park in 2001, which is DCA, Disney's California Adventure, and I love. We're getting a Coco Land. If you've never seen the show Coco, it's so darling. And then we're also getting more Marvel character rides. We've got Pixar Pier, great, great rides over there. We love it. Little Mermaid is over there, and that is Oki's favoriteest ride, and favoriteest character. And even Disneyland has changed so much. But even Disney World has changed so much. We've gone like 5 times, I think. And I used to say, don't go to Epcot. Now I'm like, let's go to Epcot. First, that's like where I'm starting is Epcot. I love it. Absolutely. Anytime, my friend, you can come out here. All right. So let's now, we're going to wax this. Okay. And it's really magical when you take little kids too. We took our kids to Disney World. What year? 2021 or 20? No, 21. Yeah, it was 21. We took him in 21 because Nathaniel was 5 weeks old. He's our number 3 grandson, our number 3 grandchild, and taking a baby to Disney World. People are like, "Are you crazy?" They won't remember. Who cares? I remember. It's all about the magic and the wonder. And I'll tell you something. I have 2-year-old grandchildren who are obsessed with Disney, and they've both gone to Disney World one or two times, and they have been to Disneyland more than I can count, probably. And they both love Disney, and I love going with them. All right, so we're going to take our Mickey now. Stand up and put him on here. Oh, I got a hair on there. Great. Make sure you don't got a hair. Oh, the wheezing part is the worst, man. Okay. Center him on there. Okay, use black. I have so many ideas, you guys, for Disney. I am so excited. And like I said, the kids are all coming out in June, and I showed all my daughter-in-laws all the new transfers, and I said we need to have a craft day while you guys are here, and make some T-shirts. And not that my girls aren't crafty, not all of them are. They like when I make them stuff, but they don't necessarily want to make it themselves. And so we have gotten to it. I just didn't push hard enough there. But when I showed them the Disney stuff, they're all like, sign me up. Sign me up. So we're going to put together a craft day when they're here. And you guys, even just black and white, so cute. Sorry, let me. I don't have enough space on my desk, apparently. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, if you just wanted to do him black and white, if you just want to do both of them black and white, you totally could. Isn't that the cutest? But I really do love how that turned out. So we are gonna do sorry you guys. We're gonna do his shoes, the struggle bus, and we're gonna do his pants, the red, which was cherry. We're not gonna do it sparkly. We're not doing it sparkly, like Minnie Mouse. And then we'll probably have to come back through and oh, I didn't dry this. I'm like, why is that blurring? We didn't dry this. I'm getting so excited. Right? I think they need a Disney over in the UK somewhere. I want to go to Scotland, Ireland, and England. I love doing genealogy, and that's where my family's all from. Kurt also he's watched some. We watched some programs and stuff, and they take place in Scotland and Ireland and England, and so that's like one of our bucket lists is to go over there for a couple weeks and travel. My I don't think they're still alive, but my grandmother has had some uh, English cousins that she used to pen pal basically, and I've met them actually before they came to the United States, and I remember I was little, um, but I remember it, and I remember them. And when I was going through my mom's stuff, I found some of my grandma's letters that she'd written to them and pictures of them. And, when there was no email and no Facebook and you couldn't communicate that way, you had to actually write real letters. I am using a very tiny, I'm trying to go slow because I'm still very shaky. But we are planning. Kurt and I are planning one of our. We would like to go to all the Disney parks, and I think the kids would too at some point. But one of our bucket list items is to go. Like our first one is to go to Japan, Disney Japan. We want to visit Japan, but then we also want to go to Disney. I would see that. It's already kind of wet. Again, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just so wheezy and coughing and so cute. I really have been chomping at the bit to to do some of these Disney things. They're so cute. I'm gonna use that same brush. Oh, really? Did they go for school or they just go travel or what they do? We'd actually like to go to the different Disney's, like the Hong Kong and China ones. Let's see. I don't want his tongue to be super dark red. So I'm trying to wipe it off enough, but to still give me some color. Okay. Ooh. Oh, 4-H. Wow. Now, did they live there for a long time in an exchange, or was it just like a summer thing? That's really cool. We've had exchange students, not from Japan, but we've had exchange students from China and Germany. In fact, when we went to Paris, we also went to we met not my but our exchange student. Her name is Kira. If you guys remember Kira, she is my German daughter. Um, we met her parents in Paris and we went to Disneyland together. That was a phenomenal trip. And then we stayed with them in Germany. We drove going to Germany from Paris, what actually where Disney is Chessy, it's just outside of Paris, was like driving from here to Vegas. It was a beautiful drive, gorgeous drive. And it's just spectacular. And the French countryside was gorgeous. German countryside was gorgeous. And then we spent 5 days with them traveling around um, southern Germany area where they live. And it was just so fun. We actually, they've been to Disney with us. We're trying to put together like a Disney, they've never been to Disney World. And so we're trying to put it together a Disney World trip where we all go. And actually, Kira did not go to Disney World with us because she was 7 months pregnant with Finn, our younger German grandson. He's so darling. Um, and so um, when we do the the Disney World trip, I think her and her husband and the kids would also come, which would make me so happy if all of my kids could do that. It would be one big happy family reunion. So, you guys, I just can't. He's so cute. Um, so there you go. I didn't get. I did not. We had 14 from Japan, 2 months. Awesome. Wow, that's really cool. I would love to go back to Scotland, especially if they do Disney, right? Um, I'm really excited. I'm excited to go do like the UK area, all of that. I'm gonna have to watch that later. I'm gonna put this to the side. I don't want this to dry up. Like I said, I will be washing my transfer and then laying it back down. And laying it back down over the designs so it'll sharpen up. Like his shoes and his pants are a little like the lines kind of disappeared a little bit on her bow specifically, the bottom of her shoe specifically. So I'm not going to do all of her. I'll just do the areas on him too um, that need sharpening. That's it. So you guys, thank you so much. I'm glad I made it an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. Like I said, these are about 6 by 8 inches. It is a B-size transfer. If you want any of the products I use, just put project. If you want my storefront that I have anything that's not chalk, put storefront, and I can send that to you. I so appreciate you guys being here today with me. It has been so nice to chat with you guys live. I miss this, and it like makes me feel better, even though I don't. It makes me feel better in my head. Thank you, and for you too, Victoria. Let me know how. Keep me posted. Text me and let me know how you're doing. Okay, hon. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to finish painting him real fast, and then um, I will take some pictures and share them with you guys. Again, if you're on the DIY Arts and Crafts Room, just make sure you go over and watch all the replays. The girls did such a great job today, and all the projects were awesome. This was my spring version because I doing spring cleaning, and these were finds from my spring cleaning. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys soon. This has been Tarina with Create with Tree. That's me. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.